Beautiful everyday people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mesele. On this channel I talk about great and exciting content. Please watch the full video. Hi everyone, thank you for stopping by. Now if this is your first time of coming across my channel, that is a kiss from me to you. On this channel I talk about God, I talk about character, I talk about marriage, I talk about relationships, I talk about going back to school, I talk about health, I talk about finances, I talk about every single thing. But basically it's what God lays on my heart that I talk about. I'm big on how does being a child of God, how does it affect our character, how does it affect the things that we do, how does it affect our day-to-day activities. And that's why the channel is called The Everyday People. Now if this is the kind of content that you enjoy, please consider clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell. Both are totally free, okay? So if you click the notification bell, once I upload a new video, you will be the very first to know, okay? Thank you so much. I am so grateful. Please also remember to click the thumbs up button as well. Now if this is not your first time of watching my video, you've been watching it or any of my videos, I am so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you for always commenting. Thank you for always clicking the thumbs up button. Because of you, YouTube has been able to recommend our videos to more people. So please help me click the thumbs up button, because the more thumbs up we have, the more YouTube gets to recommend the video to more people, and then the word of God is spread to more people. Thank you so much. Now by the way, that's my video playing right behind me. I always say this, you can always send me an email here at mesele@gmail.com. Maybe there's something you want me to talk about on the channel, there's something you want me to advise you on, there's something you want, or you want somebody to pray with you, you just want somebody to talk to, and you want privacy, you can always send me an email here at mesele@gmail.com. And I always say this on my channel: do not let anything take your sleep from you except God wakes you up in the middle of the night to pray. And do not let anything take your appetite except, of course, you are fasting. Eat well, rest well, and exercise. Okay, thank you so much. Now I started to by the way, please don't forget my vision: 1,000 subscribers for 2024. I'm aiming to get 1,000 subscribers for 2024. So please talk to your friends about it, share my content, tell somebody to please subscribe to the Everyday People channel. Thank you so much. Last week I started to talk about the subconscious mind. I said every human being is divided into two functions: the conscious side of every human being and the subconscious side of every human being. So I'm going to build on that today. But if you want to track where we started from, that's the video from last week playing, and then you can just search it out and you can track, because I'm just building on that today. Remember, I also said that my videos will not exceed between 10 to 12 minutes. So remember, whatever we don't finish talking about, we're just going to move it to the next week. This year we're not rushing anything at all. So this today I'm going to start by saying or quoting something. That's the law of motion. The law of motion says that an object remains at rest unless acted upon by an external force. So nothing, if something is like, if you put like a remote or something, if you put that thing on a particular spot, it's going to stay there until something or someone comes to move it from there. Now that's the same thing that happens to us as well. I said something last week that a new year does not mean, oh, new things will start to happen. No, it just means that the calendar has changed. That's just it. So the calendar has changed. So it's a new year, a new week, a new month, a new day, blah blah, like that. So a new year is not automatic that, oh, this is a new year, so new things are just going to start happening to me. Remember, it's the same thing until something changes. It's the same result until we do something totally different. Now let me go on today by saying that this particular year 2024, everyone wants something to change, right? We all want something different. We all want something that we've never experienced before. But I tell you what, and this is not me prophesying, this is me just stating the obvious, that until we take deliberate actions, until we take deliberate steps for some things to change, it's just going to be business as usual. So if we really want, and this is not me talking to everyone, I'm also talking to myself as well. I'm also preaching to myself. I'm also advising myself. I'm also telling myself, okay, you need to do some things for some things to happen, right? So in heaven, you know, when we're much younger, when a particular year changes or a particular month changes, we just swipe. I don't know if some of us had that old calendar that we used to hang on the walls, and then we just swipe it like that, you know, change it from January to February, or from July to August. Now in heaven, they're not changing the calendar like we do here on earth. Everything is just going on, just, you know, 21st 31st of December just slided into 1st of January. But for us here, it's a change of calendar, it's a new year. And so if you want something new to happen, it's just like yesterday we swapped into today, right? So 31st, we just slept and woke up and it's the 1st. Like the same way we sleep 10th of July and we wake up 11th of July, right? So if we really want something different this particular year, if we really want something different this particular day, we've got to be intentional. We've got to do something totally different. So we've got to train our subconscious mind. We've got to be conscious. So let the conscious side of us train our subconscious mind to get a deliberate result. So if I don't do something different this year, 2024, and I say, oh, 2024 is going to be different for me, the question you should ask yourself is, on what basis? Why should 2024 be different? What am I doing right now that will make 2024 different? So what did I do last year? And that's why, you know, 2024 started for me on a very funny note, and I'm tempted to share, but I'm not going to share till December, where we talk about I'm not the girl that started the year, right? So ask yourself, what deliberate actions am I going to take this year that will cause my my year to be different? So the very first thing I want to say, actions that God has taught me over the years, that if you want something to be different, either a new day, a new month, a new week, or a new year, the very first thing you need to do this year is change your mindset. See, there are a lot of changes that we will need to do in this year 2024, because if you really want to get a different result, you've got to change something. That's a change is constant. You've got to look into your activities holistically, evaluate your life, evaluate your activities in year 2023, and change something. Some of us might have to change our friends. Now, I've come to realize over the years that that's one thing a lot of people don't like to hear, that we need to change our friends. Some of us need to change the people we call, oh, these are my inner circle. You need to evaluate that inner circle. You need to evaluate every single thing. And some of us, the change is that we need to go back to school. That we left school, maybe while we're in 200 level, somebody got pregnant and the person says, oh, I can't go back to school, I can't do this. Sometimes the change you need is that you need to go back to school for your mind to be shaped in a certain way, for your mind to be exposed to some things. Some of us, the change that we need is that we need to get a new job. We have become so complacent on that job that, you know, there's nothing challenging our minds again. Some of us, the change that we need is that we need to get an extra degree. You know, I was talking to someone. I said, I just began to feel at some point that I needed to go for my master's. I needed to do something extra. I needed to just go back to school. I needed my mind shaped in a certain way. Some of us, the change is that we need to go back to school. Some of us is that we need to go back to the book that we're writing. Some of us is that we need to just change something, change our environment, change the way we think. Because see, whatever picture, whatever thing, whatever image that you put before your mind regularly, that's the way our minds will be shaped. So that's why it's called mindset. The mind is set in a particular way. So if we are constantly exposing mediocrity to our minds, that's the way our minds will be shaped. That's where our minds will be set. We won't be able to see. So we don't see beyond the picture that we constantly expose ourselves to. So some of us, we need to sit down and say, okay, what evaluation, what change do I need in this 2024? Do I need to, some of us, the change that we need is that we need to reduce our time on social media. We need that change. If we want something different from 2023, we've got to be intentional about our mind. See, that is where everything comes from. Guard your heart, for out of it flows the issues of life. That's where every success or every failure comes from. As a man thinks in his heart, as a man's mindset is set, so is he. So it's first that, how is my mind set? How is my mind how is my mind, what's the setting of my mind? What's the default mode my mind or my heart is in. So if you begin to look at it critically like that, and then we begin to say, okay, these are the things I need to change, these are the things I need to start doing. Some of us, we need to go back to reading more books, several changes. So look for that 1, 2, 3 change that we need. We all need to do. Okay, and I'm just going to pause here, because if I start another thing, right, I might just exceed the 10-12 minutes. Well, let me state something that I'm going to build upon next week. Another thing that we need to do in this year 2024, if you really want something really different, something new, is live every single day with purpose. It's not just about starting, oh, it's a new year. Every single day of 2024 counts. Every single day of 2024 matters. I'm just going to peg it here today because I don't want something extremely long. I said it, my videos will be between 10 to 12 minutes. But remember, evaluate 2023 and think about that 1, 2, 3, that thing that you need to change. What's that thing that I need to change to have a different result in the year 2024. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I am so grateful. I hope it blessed you. I hope it communicated something. I hope it helped you to be able to become a better version of yourself in 2024. Remember that I wrote a book titled The Catalyst, Discover the Power to Change Your World. Is only available now on Amazon, okay, for £4 and $5. And I always say this, you might be an everyday person, but you sure are a winner, my darling. If you don't want to see it, don't even speak it out of your mouth at all, because you will have what you say, and you rule, reign, and be rich. I mean, you rule, reign, and be rich. Have you clicked the subscribe button, and have you clicked the thumbs up button? By the way, my next book is coming out in the year 2024, titled I Am in a Waiting Season, and there is nothing wrong with that. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.